And right now, he's going to give a presentation for all of us, which is dedicated to his work experience, let's say, the 5 to 7 minutes.
Oh, 5 to 7 minutes. Okay, I have to disagree with the previous speakers, being a 55-year-old. I have a daughter about your age. No, I think what I'd like to argue, I have a long presentation for a purpose. I didn't realize how much time I'll get. If it's 5 to 7 minutes, I better. What I wanted to highlight that a single idea can change your mind. I'll start with a story. This was about 2001. I met someone who was 17-year-old. I was going to the gym and she followed me. I said, what do you do? Why are you following me? She said, my job is to look after the key. So she comes and looks. When you're on a treadmill, it's really boring. So after a while, I told her, listen, can you do something? Why don't you start learning English words? She said, so? I said, yeah, you learn good English. She said, so? So I was so mad. I said, listen, if you learn 500 words, I'll hire you as an interpreter. Okay, so next day, she said, I learned 200 words. This is good. So following 3 days, she learned about close to 500 to 600 words. So I did not know what to say. So I gave her a business card, said, you keep on doing. Once you are, next time I come, I'll talk to you. I forgot I was traveling. About 3 months later, I got an email from her. I'm in London, thank you. And I did not have time because I get hundreds of emails to go back to her. I lost that email, and that's one of the saddest things. I went back to Mongolia, I rushed to that hotel, and I asked, what happened to that girl? She said, sir, we don't know what happened. She was carrying a dictionary around, and she learned a lot of English, and there was a lady from British Council. She came and asked her, looking for an interpreter. She said, I can do it. We were laughing because she was a coordinator of a security or whatever. And then that lady found her so good. They gave her a scholarship, and she's now in UK. Her family is moving. I got so humble. One tiny idea that changed a lot. So I would like to share you from my professional presentation few ideas that's going to change the world, and I hope you can take a part in that too. So first I'll start with saying, you will not remember, this was when I was at your age. Sorry, I'll keep on moving. This 10 megabyte hard disk I bought for $3,000, and that was very exciting. I know this is funny. So about $300 per megabyte. Today, based on that, I have this killing. This has got a 16 gigabyte hard disk, right? You want to get it free, basically, right? So if you multiply, you know how much it would have been cost? $4.8 million. And today, you millennials are used to get it for free. And that's what is happening precisely with the electricity industry. This is very close to my heart. A solar panel used to be about $7,600 in 70s possible. Now it's $40. The forecast is it's going to go down maybe below $10. Then we live in a very different world. Another thing is going to happen, oops, sorry, my apologies. Too long, this country especially, we looked way down for oil and coal when our back has been burning in the sun. It's about time that we look up. And the world needs generations like you to look up, because we don't need to rely on fossil fuel. The world is getting really bad. And what actually other thing is happening again there, I always say that this is not me, but when I was young, TV used to be big fat. Possibly I got some of that in my body. But what has happened on a serious note, energy efficiency has changed the world. A light bulb used to 100 watt, now it can be 3.5 watt. A television used to be 350 watt, now an LED TV can be as low as 25 watt. So what's happening globally, the world is changing very fast. I'm sure you haven't seen that mobile phone. That was a 9.8 kilogram mobile phone. Today people complain, iPhone, I think this was for 190 grams. People say, no, it's still heavy. It's still heavy. So if we combine all of those things together, and if you look at the battery prices, the way it is coming down, tomorrow's future is very different from what it is. I wish I brought a video. I recorded someone the other day. This gentleman lives in Sydney. He has 2 electric cars. And the funny thing was, when I was talking to him saying, do you go to the gasoline station at all? He said, yeah, I go once a month. I said, why do you go to the gasoline station? Oh, check the tire pressure. He does not go to gasoline station at all. He produces 65% of his electricity from his rooftop solar, puts into batteries, uses that in his car and in everyday housing. He has a huge house in Sydney. 7 people live in the house, air conditioners in summer, lots of heating in winter. And that's where the world is headed. So the idea is take out that you have a responsibility. I was talking with my daughter, she lives in Chicago, your age, and she was telling me, oh, I put a lot of fund in the superannuation. I won't have access to that before 2050. And the penny dropped on me. When people at my age plan for 2050, they say, I may not be around. And that's where your leadership, your politicians are. At your age, when you plan for you, it's in your horizon. So it's very important that you take action, you take leadership, because the world is going to change. And especially climate change is real, and the way the energy sector is changing, the world is in your hand. Because when we grew up, electricity used to be generated by large power companies outside my hand. Today, you can generate on your own, and that's changing the world. The batteries are becoming so cheap. Electric cars going to come everywhere. You do not have to depend on those power companies. I used to work for one in Australia for a long time, but the world is changing. So where I want to leave you with a message, please take an initiative, look at the energy sector. Other thing we also want to say, we are Asian Development Bank, partnering with your government, Ministry of Energy. We're doing a financing future energy next Monday and Tuesday. And if you follow TED Talks, and that's one of the reasons I came here, Monica Araya, she's one of TED speakers who has possibly a million hits. We brought her here, she's coming. Yeah. She will be a speaker on the morning of next Monday. This is in Congress Center. I can give you the details. You're more than welcome to attend, because I personally am a big fan of Monica, and I never thought I would be able to bring her here. So it's a lot to see, and she's one of the leading speakers. So thank you for listening to me.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Really QA session.
Okay, sure.
Here, I guess people have lots of questions. Right now, you're welcome to ask the Kanat. Yeah,
I'm one of the energy enthusiasts, and I'm an engineer. So this is really glad that you spoke about these things, and I actually have a